My name's Scarlett Allen-Horton. I am the founder and senior partner of Harper Fox Search Partners. I am the BBC Apprentice finalist 2019 and proud to say business partner to Lord Sugar. I have got 10 years experience within executive search and recruitment, and that's right across large corporate businesses and small SME environments. When I entered the industry, I established very quickly that hardly anyone in my environment looked like me, and certainly nobody had the same life circumstances as me. So I was a young woman. I'd left home at 16 and moved into supported youth accommodation. I left school at 16, so I held no college or university education. I'm biracial. I had two very young children at the time, and by the time I was 24, and their dad had recently gone to prison. I was surrounded by fresh university graduates that maybe had 1 year of sales experience. They were white, they were male, and they had no real sort of responsibilities other than themselves. So they certainly had no understanding of my life experiences and circumstances at that time. So what I decided to do was not tell them. I didn't tell them that I had children. I certainly didn't tell them about my other life circumstances that were going on, but I just tried to focus on how do I actually fit in here and what do I need to do in this environment to be successful. So the culture of the business was 12 to 14-hour days, very long days, and straight after everybody had finished working 8 till 8, you'd be out drinking all night. I didn't really drink at the time. I certainly wasn't able to be going out drinking. I needed to get to the nursery, back to the children. And then I'd walk into the office in the morning and I'd often see them or hear them talking about romantic encounters from the night before, all sorts of stories that were going on around me. I too had been up for most of the night, but I certainly wasn't up drinking. I was up feeding my baby and exhausted as well. But again, I knew that they would not be able to relate. Another thing that I noticed in the environment was that there was nobody within top senior positions that could properly relate to my circumstances or looked like me. So there were no real role models, which I found quite difficult then to navigate. How can I be successful and can I get to the top? Is that possible for someone like me? There was also no flexibility, probably because there hadn't really needed to be at that point. So I remember getting to a point and thinking, I literally can't leave the office at like 7 o'clock every day. It's not possible for me. The pressures at home are just too much. The mum guilt was too much. And having a conversation with the MD of the business at that time and him saying to me that the only way that they could offer any flexibility was for me to reduce my lunch break by half an hour so I could leave half an hour earlier. Which was very, very challenging to say the least. But I went on to do that, and what I decided was I was absolutely determined to succeed in this environment. I was the anomaly, I knew that, and I was going to be the most successful that I could possibly be. And I did. I went on to be year-on-year top biller within the environment. I went on to lead their diversity and inclusion campaigns. I went on to support them with flexible working initiatives. And I also went on to open new divisions and new sector divisions within the industry, which was really positive. So that was my experience. I would then go out into industry, and we work predominantly within engineering and energy for senior leadership positions. And I would speak to the senior leaders within these businesses, and they would talk about the importance of diversity, the importance of senior female talent, the importance of bringing in more ethnic minority team members, and they were asking, does this talent pool exist? How can we attract this talent within our industry? Why are we struggling to retain this talent pool and really develop this talent pool? And this combination of experiences that I had had and the questions that I was being asked within industry really fueled my passion to be part of the change. So, 2.5 years ago, I founded Harper Fox Search Partners. We saw a gap in the market for a truly quality-led search firm with a passion for placing female and ethnic minority senior leadership talent. We're all about quality right, so it's about the right person for the right role, and I very much believe in that. But let's look at how we can open the talent pools and make our industries more attractive to diverse talent. So let's talk about the current diversity and inclusion climate. So we have seen a really positive drive within the energy and engineering fields to attract more diverse talent. However, at present, only 5% of the current sector's employees are from Black, Asian and ethnic minority groups, compared to 15% nationally in the UK. Currently, our sector is not representative of the UK workforce for gender, BAME, disability and under 24s. Most of our workforce is male and white. More than 2/3, that's 79% of the UK's top energy companies have no women occupying executive board seats. And that does compare to 89% last year. So there has been a positive increase, but it's a very small increase. We do know that hiring diverse talent isn't enough. It's the workplace experience that shapes whether people remain and thrive within that environment. We know that companies with the highest percentage of gender diversity within their senior leadership teams are 25% more likely to outperform their counterpart companies. We also know that companies with the highest percentage of ethnic diversity within their senior leadership teams are 36% more likely to outperform their counterpart companies. So we absolutely are clear that not only from an engagement perspective, but actually from a financial business perspective of the importance of gender and ethnic minority senior leadership talent within business. So the business case for inclusion is stronger than ever. Diversity is key, however, company inclusion is the key to retaining and thriving diverse talent. I&D is a proven powerful enabler of business performance. Companies whose leaders welcome diverse talents and include multiple perspectives are likely to emerge from any kind of global pandemic quicker. Diverse teams have shown to be radically more innovative and anticipate shifts in consumer needs and consumption patterns, leading to a stronger likelihood of long-term success. A visible commitment to I&D is likely to strengthen the company's global image and licence to operate. Companies with more than 30% female executives are more likely to outperform companies with a percentage that ranged up to 30% by 36%. There has been a 15% increase in female and diverse talent over the last 5 years. However, we know over the last couple of years, it's been very minimal, around 1 to 2%. Companies with the least gender diversity on executive teams are 19% more likely to outperform. And companies with both gender and ethnic diversity are 27% more likely to underperform on profitability than other companies. So a very influential business person once told me in the boardroom that women do not want to go into engineering or energy, that actually they prefer media. So let me tell you what we've achieved. We both saw and experienced the D&I need, and this fueled our passion for specialisation. We actively went out and sourced and placed senior ethnic, minority and female senior talent. We successfully worked with our clients to promote I&D initiatives, succession planning and diverse talent attraction campaigns. And this has resulted in a 24% senior female talent placement, and that's versus our industry average of 9%. That has also resulted in a 41% senior ethnic minority talent placement versus our industry average of 16% in the UK for executive hires. So we push the boundaries to achieve geographical remit, transferable skill sets, flexible working campaigns and soft skills assessments. We've adopted a fair selection policy to ensure there's no unconscious bias and there is fair opportunity for every single candidate that we engage with. Our internal team is made up of 60% female talent and 70% ethnic minority talent and has a female ethnic minority MD. We work with the Prince's Trust via leadership and young training give back schemes. We support STEM movements and local government initiatives. And we use our platform to engage and entice diverse talent into our working sectors. So here are our recommendations to support you with increasing diverse talent and hopefully bring some additional value to your business. Place core business leaders and managers at the heart of the I&D effort, beyond the HR function or the internal recruitment management team. Enable equality of opportunity through fairness and transparency. It's absolutely critical that companies ensure a level playing field in advancement and opportunity internally, and that's transparent to all staff in the business. Create a cross-business mentoring scheme to really show your employees role models that look like them, that have life circumstances like them, that are diverse. Ultimately, you cannot be what you do not see, and you want to create that inspiration within the business to get to the senior ranks. Actively ask and understand what your recruitment partner is doing within I&D. Are their objectives clearly outlined? How do they attract diverse talent? Is this a priority to them? And if it's not a priority to them, it's most likely not going to be a priority to the people that they are working with. If you're an employer, consider the use of ideal skills rather than necessary skills within a job specification, because that can really determine the difference between a female applying for the position or not. And if you're a candidate looking for a position, something that I've noticed is that often when I'm interviewing male candidates, they will tell me about the 70% of things that they can do within a job specification, versus a female candidate that might be able to do more than 70%, but she will often focus on the 30% that she cannot do. So please ensure that when you are interviewing for a position or you are discussing an opportunity in business, you are focused on what you can do and what you have achieved successfully, and that is the focus. Work with a partner who is experienced in conducting global talent search to widen your diverse talent pool, because ultimately, if it's important to them, then they will deliver for you. So you need to make sure that your objectives are shared. Encourage flexible working practices and campaigns within your organisation to engage greater levels of caregiver inclusivity. And if you're a caregiver, encourage your employer to be flexible with hours and home working. It's been proven that employees that work from home or have more flexibility outside of office often outperform their full-time office working counterparts. Here are some helpful questions for you to ask your existing talent teams and recruitment partners. How do you ensure diversity within your candidate shortlists? What initiatives have you taken within your business to embrace diversity and inclusion efforts? What are your current female talent placement statistics, and what are your current ethnic minority talent placement statistics? How do you ensure unconscious bias during the screening processes? And how do you actively encourage diverse talent into your industry? Are you able to share any I&D campaigns that you've been involved within? And how is your candidate sourcing strategy likely to reach and attract candidates from underrepresented groups? So I just wanted to thank you all for taking the time to listen to me today. I never thought that when I was juggling 2 young children, working 14-hour days, and was desperately trying to create a better life for them and for myself, would I be sitting here now across the boardroom table from Lord Sugar, working on my growth strategy for the business and having the platform to share my story with you. If there's anything that you can take away from today, be bold, believe in yourself, and be part of the change that you want to see. Thank you.